Hey guys, it's JStarWars360 here with a video comparing Harry Potter to Casual Vacancy. In case you don't know, both books are written by J.K. Rowling, and they're very different. One's more kid-teen oriented, and the other's more older teen and adults oriented. And I'm going to use a rather interesting example to prove this, which I find kind of amusing, although not really. And don't worry, I'm planning on doing a full review of Casual Vacancy, which I just finished recently, soon, but for now I just want to compare the two while I have access to these books. Alright, so first I'm going to show a typical, to show how different these books are in terms of audience, I'm going to show how your typical romance is portrayed, romance goes in Harry Potter versus how it goes in Casual Vacancy. Let's start with Harry Potter. This is page 116 of Deathly Hallows. It's Harry's birthday, and Ginny called Harry into his room. "There's a silver lining I've been looking for," she whispered, and then she was kissing him as she had never kissed him before, and Harry was kissing her back. It was a blissful oblivion, better than a fire whiskey. She was the only real thing in the world. Ginny, the feel of her, one hand at her back, and one in her long, sweet-smelling hair. Now Casual Vacancy. For those of you who want to follow along, I'm on page... page 253, middle paragraph. "He was properly stoned." Just for context, this is when Stuart, Fats, and Crystal go into the graveyard to fuck. "He was properly stoned now. He put his hand behind Crystal's neck and pulled her towards him, kissing her, sticking his tongue into her mouth. With the other hand he groped for her breast. His brain was fuzzy and his limbs were heavy. Even his sense of touch seemed affected. He fumbled a little to get his hand inside her t-shirt to force it under her bra. Her mouth was hot and tasted of tobacco and dope. Her lips were dry and chapped. His excitement was slightly blunted. He seemed to be receiving all sensory information through an invisible blanket. It took longer than the last time to pry her clothes loose from her body, and the condom was difficult because his fingers had become stiff and slow. Then he accidentally placed his elbow, with all his weight behind it, on her soft, fleshy underarm, and she shrieked in pain. She was drier than before. He forced his way inside her, determined to accomplish what he had come for. Time was glue-like and slow, but he could hear his own rapid breathing, and it made him edgy, because he had imagined someone else, crouching in the dark space with them, watching, panting in his ear. Crystal moaned a little. With her head thrown back, her nose became broad and snout-like. He pushed up her t-shirt to look at the smooth white breast, jiggling a little beneath the loose constraint of the undone bra. He came without expecting it, and his own grunt of satisfaction seemed to belong to the crouching eavesdropper. Wow. Hard to believe these are written by the same person. But yeah, that was my comparison, and I'm going to do a full review at some point, so be sure to look out for that. And yeah, that's all I have to say at this point. This is JStarWars360 signing out.